Good morning. Today, my guests are Aki Mizutani, the director of the documentary film Tokito, which explores the journey of my other guest, the Michelin-star chef Yoshinori Ishii, as he sets out to create a bold new concept of an innovative destination restaurant auberge outside of Tokyo. Since films about food are so incredibly popular, I'm very excited to introduce this particular film, Tokito, to our audience. Welcome, Aki, and welcome, Yoshi.
Hi.
Hello.
So I'm going to start with a question for you, Yoshi. Um,
Mhm.
can you, for viewers who have not yet seen the film, can you tell us, uh, what you think is particularly unique about your new restaurant featured in the film?
Yes, our restaurant, it's auberge. So we have accommodation, the hotel, only for 4 room, but that 4 room has a hot spring. It's natural from our ground.
Wow.
So from to central Tokyo to going to, for example, like Hakone is very popular, but much closer. So uh, people can enjoy hot springs in Tokyo,
Yeah.
uh, just only within 1 hour. So it's one of the unique point, but. Our company tried to keep the history of the land, which is it was like a restaurant, like a auberge since before World War.
Mm,
So we have a lot of treasure in the land and in the city to meet for meeting the Japanese tradition and culture, uh, different from like Kyoto, very old. But
right.
we are trying to present to the customer much as possible to understanding beauty of the Japanese cuisine, nature, culture for everything through Japanese cuisine.
And do the guests that come to the restaurant um, do they typically stay at the auberge rooms?
Well, we are not the hotel. We are auberge. So mainly most of the customer come only for restaurant. But as I said, we have a special accommodation and which is very unique, special, also very big. So customer can enjoy to stay if they want to.
Right. Wonderful. Um, for Aki, uh,
Yes.
uh, my understanding is that most of your work in film to date has been as an editor. What was the transition like to go from being an editor on both documentary and fiction films to directing this documentary?
Um, One correction, I've been directing more for these 10 years.
Oh,
So my first 10 years was more focused on editing,
I
and not the 10 years after is more directing. So I started editing in LA. Prior to LA, I have been working as an videographer in Tokyo for a couple years, and then I had an opportunity to move to LA. And then by that time, I loved editing so much, so I seek my new journey to focus on editing. So I joined the post-production in LA, which was doing the commercials and then short films. Not so much about feature films, but sometimes. So I, I grew up as an editor in West Coast, which was back in like 2008-ish. And then after a couple of years, I had the opportunity to work with documentary director, Lucy Walker.
Ah,
Yes, she's amazing. So it was
we
after
have
the earthquake.
we have several of her films, and one of them that you worked on,
Oh yeah?
the Cherry Blossom.
Yeah, Cherry Blossom, yes. So that was the disaster happened in 2011 in Northeast Japan. And then Lucy went there and captured the disaster and captured the story. And then she came back to LA with the footage and then she appointed me as an editor. I was so thrilled. I was so, motivated that opportunity, not just working with Lucy Walker, but that was for my country. That was for the people who were still suffering at the time, and a lot of people were evacuated still. So, there was such a, you know, the passion. My passion was so much for there. And then he went to Sundance, he went to Toronto, he went to Oscar at the end.
Yep.
So that was the one of the great experience learning documentary, learning storytelling, and developing people's human story into the film and then express it as a form of a film. So
Right.
I learned a lot. 2012, soon after that film, I came back to Japan, and then I was doing editing, but I had more opportunity for directing. So I was doing a directing commercial. I was directing little documentary style commercial films, and yeah, couple films, and then I'm here. Yoshi and the producer Masashi found me when they're looking for a director, the documentary director who knows the global market.
Right.
And then I was a good fit for their project.
Well, you certainly were a good fit for
Thank you.
the project. Were there in a lot of the people I believe watching this interview will be filmmakers and aspiring filmmakers. Um,
Mm.
is there anything you wish you had known uh, as you set out to make this film um, that would be useful for other filmmakers to be thinking about as they set out to direct their own movies?
Okay, so I like learning. I like learning the information, learning the subject. So I do a lot of research and study prior to the shoot. Like, for example, when we went to the fishing board in Hokkaido, I didn't know about fishing. I never, on the fisherman's fish board.
Right,
It's like the serious one, not the fun one,
right, right,
right?
right.
So I try to, learn as much as possible before my shooting journey. But, it didn't make it, once you're on the boat, you get it. You know, you can prepare, but when you are there and then when you on the side, when you see what is happening, you kind of, quickly adjust yourself to what is going on.
But maybe having done the research gives you more confidence to trust your instincts when you're on the boat in that case.
In this journey, a lot of things. were not recorded in a written way. I mean, like, the fishermen we shot with Chef Yoshi, he was like not the normal fisherman. So, you know, you can prepare, but the reality is beyond your imagination always. So, you need to be like open-minded
Right,
for the
right,
thing that
right,
happens.
right.
Yeah.
And Chef Yoshi, what had you ever had the experience of being filmed before as you were hard at work?
I used to film my work in London before this auberge Tokito. When I was in London 10 years, before I took this new project in Japan, I was teaching Ikejime method, which is a way to kill the fish
Right.
uh, on the boat, which was my passion. And I kept going to fishing port, but it made a lot of happiness for local people and chef, and of course, it was good for the customer, our customer. So I was trying to push how can I introduce Japanese ikejime method that is very, very humanity as well. Not to try to give stress to die for the fish as well. So I was trying to push more people. If I can introduce, even I will be happier. So I tried to shoot a short movie about Ikejime, and it was the first time I did in my life.
Oh, interesting. Do and just in terms of the food you serve at Auberge Tokito, um, what are some of the dishes that are your favorite to eat?
Well, I like to eat, so I like everything. And, for me, I don't have any border. I always judge how do I cook it is depend on the ingredients and who eat that.
Right.
So, always I'm flexible, but especially I really like the sashimi.
Is there
But
is there anything I mean, obviously audiences watching this will be from around the world. Is there anything that um, you think you serve that Western audiences would find exotic?
well, I was talking about sashimi, but we are not using soy sauce on the side, which is kind of a unique type of the sashimi. I think usually outside of Japan, even in Japan, when we eat sashimi, always soy sauce and wasabi on the side.
Yes. And
And
ginger
some,
in this country.
sorry?
And in this country, soy
Yeah.
sauce, wasabi, and ginger.
Mhm. Yeah. So I even when I was in London, I didn't like because everything will be flavor of soy sauce, even white fish, tuna, shellfish, all the same flavor
Right.
base.
Yes.
So that's why we are playing around, and mainly we are using kombu or, for example, one of the sauce we call which is made from kombu and salt only, but very, very strong, full of the flavor from kombu kelp.
Oh,
So it worked very well for a lot of fishes, but also recently we are enjoying discovery for making the fish sauce or meat sauce. Those are those we make from, like, for example, meat sauce. We get very fresh, nice GBA, the games.
yep.
Uh, we take red meat from the games like deer or wild boar, and we just ferment. We after process of the fermentation with salt, we can make great sauce, good for sashimi as well. So
Ah,
yeah, we
interesting.
this still keep discovering.
Well, on my next trip to Japan, you'll be seeing me there.
Exactly,
But
please.
and for both of you, what are your next projects? Yoshi, it sounds like you're very much still involved in the creations in the kitchen at Tokito.
Myself, now I am focusing on the opening the market in Tama area where we are in. Basically, our place in Tokyo, but not central Tokyo.
Right,
So we don't have the market for the fine dining, and with introducing Japanese cuisine for local people, we are trying to open the market. For me, it's same as I challenged fine dining Japanese cuisine in London
right.
15 years ago. Now I'm feeling quite similar, even in Japan. There's no market here.
Right. And Aki, are you working on a new project?
Yeah, I've been working on several commercial films as always, and then I'm developing uh, two scripts for narrative feature.
For a what?
For narrative feature,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and then one TV series. So it's a long, slow. So we don't know what can have the good goal, but
Right. I
yeah,
know you have to have a lot of projects because you never know
yes,
which one is going to happen.
yes, a
Well,
lot of seedings.
exactly. Well,
Yeah.
we know very well. It's the same here.
Mm.
I thank you both very much for taking time this morning to talk to us, me, and we'll be in touch. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
A
and
wonderful
have a
day.
great
Thank
day.
you.